Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my video on the Magister. I carried on doing the Magister after the bossing week and I wanted to see if it was profit or loss when making my Khopesh. So in this video I go into a breakdown of how much I spent making the Khopesh, how much I made, and then like a GP per hour and things like that. So let's get into the video. Starting up where we left off on the bossing week, we have 441 KC and 13 phylacteries. I need to get some RNG coming my way on phylactery drops as my drop rate absolutely sucks right now. Right now I have a 1 in 30 drop rate and it's actually a 1 in 17 with the luck of the dwarves and 1 in 18 without. I use my luck of the dwarves every time as well for that one extra chance, and I'm nearly double the drop rate, which is really depressing considering how much this boss costs. Let's get some RNG come my way and make some money. That's something that's actually really good. How much are they? 12.4 mil, I'll take it. The gloves have a 12.4 mil mid price, but they slow sold at 3,955,000. It's like, no, it's under 4 mil. Hey, we did it. We got the pet, which means we got the title. Hey, that's awesome. That's a very good thing along the way to the Khopesh. I think that was exactly 600 KC as well. Yep, exactly 600 KC, and we got the pet. It's a 1 in 1k with 200 threshold, and most of my friends and stuff have got it between 600 and 800 KC, so it sounds about right. And now we get the tile. I was like, was this my last phylactery? No. Effigy. If it gives me 5, I'm not going to be able to make my Khopesh. If it gives me any more, I can. It gave me 15. Yay, I can make my Khopesh. There we go. There's the first Khopesh made at 724 KC. This puts my phylactery drop chance at 1 in 25, so we improved on it quite heavily from what it was during the bossing week. It's still not quite on the drop rate and it is fairly unlucky, but it's much better than what it was and I should make a profit. I looked up the prices of the main hand and the offhand Khopesh and there was 2 mil difference between the main hand and the offhand. So I tried buying the offhand for 2,250,000 and it just wouldn't buy. Whereas the main hand bought at 718,000, which is 1.5 mil cheaper than what I was trying to buy the offhand for. The offhand tier 92 sold for 2 mil more, but it's going to cost me more than that if I actually want to buy the offhand to make the weapon, to be honest. So I just stuck to making the main hand and I should be able to make the same amount of profit, if not maybe a little bit more from the main hand. I just used my 300 scraps to get all 3 blessings and then I blessed my Khopesh into a tier 92. Look at that lovely tier 92 Khopesh from scratch, that's really nice. 271 mil is its mid price, I think it sells for a bit more than that though. We got 279.5 mil for that main hand Khopesh. Recent sales were saying around 280 mil, so I'm glad I got pretty much what it was going for. It took about an hour to sell, so that wasn't too bad at all. Now let's look into the loot and the GP breakdown. Looking into the loot breakdown, the average loot for my kills was 135,436 GP every kill. This is the average normal kill I got for my 724 kills. The phylactery is an additional drop, so it doesn't take away any of the normal drops, and that's not factored into this. The keys were 426k each when I bought them. I'm going to round it up to 300k per kill because I'd use a rock tower or 2 or a bit of brew per kill as well. This then means I'm losing around 300k GP per kill when you take all this into consideration. My drop chance was 1 in 25 for a phylactery. The actual rate was 1 in 17, so I went a little bit dry. The Khopesh sold for 279.5 mil like I showed in the previous clip. This then means I lost 217 million GP before the Khopesh was made. And when I finally made that Khopesh, I made 62 mil GP profit. What you do have to remember though is that 217 mil did not include any divine charges or anything like that, so I probably made a little bit less than this. But working from that 62 mil profit, I averaged 45 to 50 kills an hour. It's not the fastest, but it's a decent rate of how many you can kill an hour. I know people who go upwards from 60 to 70 kills an hour when they're really focusing and doing amazing DPS. I'm not the best PVMer in the world, to be honest, so I'm getting 45 to 50 kills on average. This means it took me 14 to 16 hours to make my Khopesh. Going from this rate, I was making about 4 mil GP an hour in the loot. Factoring in the divine charges, the scrimshaw and stuff, I must have only made about 3 mil GP an hour. This isn't great at all. It was a very, very bad GP an hour, but it's amazing Slayer XP and amazing combat XP. So it may not be the best money, but it is very good XP. And the boss fight is kind of fun too. Looking at it on the other hand, if I went the drop rate with that 1 in 17 chance, it would have only have took me 10 to 11 hours to make that Khopesh. This would have equated to 6 mil GP an hour if I went on the drop rate. Because I went a bit dry, I lost out on about 2 mil GP an hour. Deducting the divine charges and the scrimshaw and stuff from this, I probably would have made about 5 mil GP an hour in profit if I went the drop rate. Again, not the best GP an hour even if I went the drop rate, and I don't think the Magister should be killed for GP. If you want some Slayer experience and some really good magic experience, then yeah, sure, kill the Magister, get your title, things like that, but I would not farm him for GP as he doesn't make tons and tons. The amount of effort you put into the Magister, you might as well go somewhere else like Araxor and make like 4 times the amount of money. Either way, that's it for this video. Hope it was helpful. Do give it a like if it was. Subscribe if you're new for loads of future content, all related to RuneScape 3. And until next time, see ya.